Tom, your fourth season of Six Nations, how much are you looking forward to this one?
Yeah, look, I guess, following the World Cup, there was a bit of a come down afterwards, and it was one of those things where it was a big rugby, big rugby goal achieved. So you need to sort of reassess where you want to go and what you want to do in rugby, and obviously on a personal level and collectively as a team, the boys want to make up for that, the quarter-final exit, and obviously the Six Nations lost last year as well against Wales. So the boys are looking to try and make up for a few of those mistakes and really give them one back, I guess, because even though Wales are a very strong team and they're getting better and better, and they obviously have a lot of talent coming through, if you try and push on from some of the provincial form the guys have had, there's no reason why we shouldn't be kicking on and winning that first home game.
Talk about the province's 3 Irish teams in the quarterfinals of the Heineken Cup. It must have been very special to go to camp knowing that. Yeah, look, everyone's very buoyant at the moment and buzzing around and floating around after the sort of provincial form, but it's one of those things where unfortunately you can't sort of dwell on it too long, because you need to get your head in the game with regards to the Irish setup, just because the game's next week. There's a lot of guys that would have to be learn full sets of new calls, they have to learn new moves, they have to get used to new combinations again, and it's one of those things where you just have to sort of accept it and be grateful for how everything's gone, but just put it to the side and move on, because otherwise if you're still sort of clinging on to thoughts of provincial stuff next week, you're going to get caught, you're going to get caught out, and by the end of the week you're probably not going to be up to scratch. But personally, from your own point of view, your performances for Ulster just before Christmas and obviously then at the Heineken Cup, you'll go into this Six Nations with a lot more confidence yourself? Yeah, look, I feel I'm sort of getting there, and I'm playing fairly well at the moment. The guys around me have made things a lot easier in that you can just worry about doing your job and sort of getting the job done, really. But it'll just be one of those things where you just have to try and buy in, and when you get an opportunity you got to take it and just keep working hard and keep your head down, because I always said, if things are going well for Ulster, then things should fall into place for Ireland, and hopefully they do for next week, and I get an opportunity to get out there for Ireland. Looking ahead then to the Six Nations itself, Wales you've already mentioned. Who do you think Ulster or Ireland will fear? The two away games are always going to be tough. France and England are obviously very, very good teams, regardless of wherever you play them. But when you play them at home, it's going to be twice as difficult to try and beat them. Obviously Wales and France are both World Cup semi-finalists in their first 2 games. France away in Paris is one of those games where very few teams have beaten them over at home. So I guess that's the first one we'll try and worry about after this weekend. But England at home, they'll be looking to try and get one back for last year as well, because obviously Ireland spoiled the party for them. So they've got a new coach and a lot of new faces in their squad now, so they'll be looking to try and make a statement.